Well, hello there. Um, I haven't done a video like this in quite a while, and ever since I started making videos again on this channel, I figured, get out of here, Eggman. I figured I would do another video like this, because I think the last time I did one of these was in like 2010, 2011. So I will be going through my video game collection, and then I'll probably do another video of like my DVD collection. This might be a little longer because instead of just, going and saying, this is that game, that is this one, I'll, be talking about my experience with the games, briefly anyway. And like, oh yeah, this is one of my favorites. So let's get started, shall we? First off, we're going to go somewhere that is not, like, related to my video game collection. This is over by all my comics and DC stuff, and we've got, like, the Batman games. So we've got, like, Arkham Asylum, which is great. Probably still one of my favorites. I still like the atmosphere and the location of this game the best. And then you've got what is arguably the best one, Arkham City. It's a very good game. I like all the additions they put in it. This one I think is the most underrated. I don't think people give this game enough credit. But Arkham Origins is, in fact, a very good game. I think it refined the gameplay of Arkham City. And then, of course, there's Arkham Knight, which, again, I feel like is a little underrated. People really crap on this game because it's like, oh, it's the Batmobile game. Why is Batman in a tank? It's the Batmobile. But I think this is legitimately the greatest. I've said this many, many times, but this is a Batman simulator. There's nothing about this game that does not make you feel like Batman. And I think it's personally my favorite. At least for gameplay and making you feel like Batman, it's my favorite. So now let's start this proper. I got my light going on. I don't know why I have this fucking Mountain Dew can in here. This has to have been in here for years. I don't even drink Mountain Dew. That was like the most stereotypical thing you could have ever found in here. Anyway, let's start with this. We got Knack. You can see this is not the case for it. This is the Dead or Alive 5 last round for some reason, but Knack was the first game I got on the PS4. I was really excited for it. Then I played it and got kind of like really just super bored. I will revisit it at another point, but Knack wasn't really all that great. And then here's Lego Star Wars: A Complete Saga. I don't think I really have to say anything about it. It's a great, perfect game. It is probably, at least Lego Star Wars 1 is like my favorite Star Wars game, or at least one of them. So here we got Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, which isn't really very good. This is Lego Batman 2, which is really good. The first Lego Batman's kind of so-so, but this was the one that like introduced voice acting and everything. Troy Baker's Batman, Travis Willingham is Superman, but the big thing is that Clancy Brown was Lex Luthor, and this is a really fun open world game. It's fun to play with a friend. I had a blast playing this with my friend Chris. And then there's Lego Marvel Superheroes, which isn't very good because none of the characters are very interesting. It's just like 20 different Iron Mans, and besides Spider-Man and Wolverine, I don't really like any Marvel characters. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, probably besides the first Lego Star Wars, probably my favorite Lego game. Assassin's Creed isn't as good as it should have been, but thankfully Assassin's Creed 2 came by and fixed it. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood was supposed to be like the second half of Assassin's Creed 2, so it's still pretty good. I do like 2 the best, though. This is one of the most disappointing games of all time. It is not very good. It tells a story that does not need to be told, and it's just dumb. This one is really good. I know a lot of people kind of don't really like it all that much, but I really like Assassin's Creed 2, or Assassin's Creed 3. Assassin's Creed 2 and 3 are my favorites. And then this is, of course, the game that broke it for me. This was the one where I was like, oh, they took one aspect from Assassin's Creed 3 and then made an entire game based on that, so I never beat it because I got really bored, and I have not touched an Assassin's Creed game since. What to say about Mass Effect? I picked this up in, like, 2011. I played through Mass Effect, and I loved it. And played through Mass Effect 2, changed my goddamn life. Not really, but I don't think I've ever played a game more perfect than Mass Effect 2. I mean, it's just I can't even say anything about it because it's just so good. So moving on, we got one of my more recent pickups, which is Shovel Knight. This is a game that I heard everyone, just not shut up about. Finally picked it up, and I really enjoy it. Now, I could have gotten this digitally, but one thing you will notice about me is that I like actually having a physical game in my collection. So, if given the choice between physical and digital copy, I will get the physical. Little Big Planet, one of the games that made me really want a PS3. It's a really good game. I never played any of the sequels, despite the fact that I really like that one. The God of War saga, I think this has, 5 games. It's God of War 1, 2, 3, Chains of Olympus, and Ghost of Sparta. I have not played Chains of Olympus or God of Sparta. I really just wanted the 3 main games. One of my favorite series, Infamous. Infamous is really good. Infamous is even better than 2. Infamous Second Son, I don't know if I have an opinion on. It's good, but it's not great. It's not as good as 2. And the fact that you essentially play as young Troy Baker is weird because it's his face and everything, but they just aged him down is very, very odd. Resistance 3, never played it. I've played Resistance 1 and 2, but I got this when it came out, and I have never played it. Last of Us. I mean, not really much I could say about it. It's The Last of Us. Everyone loves it, and for good reason. Uncharted, great game. Uncharted 2 is tied for my favorite game of all time, with another game we will see later, so not much I could say about it other than it is an amazing game, and if you've never played it, what is wrong with you? Uncharted 3, I was really excited about this. I got the Steelbook because I got the special edition thing. Not as good as 2. I think my hopes were up a little too much for it, which is why I have seen 0 trailers, 0 footage, 0 screenshots of Uncharted 4, because I want to go in as blind as possible. I don't want to get my hopes up at all. So, there's that. Now, this one's a little more random miscellaneous stuff. We got Killzone Trilogy. These are really good games. I have not still played the first one, or I've played it, but I haven't beaten it. But Killzone 2 and Killzone 3 are really, 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 really good. Destiny, picked this game up the day it came out, played it for an hour, never played it again. Battlefront, I think gets a little too much crap. It's a good game. It's not perfect, but it's a really pretty good Star Wars game. This is Shingeki no Kyojin, or Attack on Titan. This is a Japanese imported game. It is not out in the States yet, but I really wanted it. So, here it is. It's really fun. I would recommend picking that up if it gets localized. Godzilla. This game I had a really hard time finding for some reason. I spent 2 hours one day just searching for this. It's fun. It can get a little boring, but I find it very cathartic just to come home from work and destroy Japan, so it's fun. So next we have Dead or Alive 5, Last Round. I picked this up because I wanted a fighting game for the PS4 that wasn't Street Fighter, because I've never played a Street Fighter game before, and I wanted something a little more close to what I like Soul Calibur, so I picked that up, and I really enjoy it. I like it a lot. Here's Sleeping Dogs, which I feel like is a game not a lot of people talk about, but it is really, really, really amazing. I love Sleeping Dogs. Skyrim, not really much to say about that. Kingdom Hearts 1.5 HD remix. Fun. I grew up playing the first Kingdom Hearts, so HD version is good. Now, I like stuff like this in my collection, stuff that's different. It's not all just the same. So this is the Final Fantasy X and X-2 HD remaster, the limited edition. Forget exactly what's in here. Let's check it out. I know there's a cool little book. The discs are in here. I guess just a little book here of artwork. I think it's pretty cool. And again, I like having some games that stand out more in the collection than others. So there's that. So next up we have Final Fantasy XIII, which is a game that I like, but not a lot of other people do. Ratchet and Clank, Future, good game. Can't track down the other two for some reason. No More Heroes. Probably best to get that one on the Wii. I don't know why I have it on PS3. And one of my favorite games in recent years, Lollipop Chainsaw. This game is a blast, and this is one of those few games I could pick up and play at any time. And no, we are not done with PS3 yet. I can safely say I own more PS3 games than pretty much any other thing, but we got some Xbox here. We got Halo Reach, Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which I bought because the first game is the only one that I really like. 2 is not very good. In fact, I'd say it's quite bad. Gears of War 3 is alright. The Master Chief Collection, which doesn't work. Or at least it didn't. I haven't played it since it came out, but it's good. I bought it for the Halo 2 remaster, and because I've never actually played Halo 4. Rise of the Tomb Raider, really good. One of the best games of last year. Disney Infinity, a game I was not thinking I was going to like as much. I just bought it for the collecting aspect, but it's a pretty good game. Obviously, next up is The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. I can't really pull these out because they're all packed really tight. One of the best games of last year. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, which is the first Ninja Gaiden remastered, I guess, on the PS3. Injustice Gods Among Us, fun fighting game starring the DC characters. Zone of the Enders HD, good game. Obviously, Walking Dead was kind of good, but I got kind of bored of it towards the end. Lego Lord of the Rings, not very good. Lego Jurassic World, also not very good. PlayStation's All-Star Battle Royale, just Smash Brothers with Sony characters, not very good. Silent Hill HD Collection, not very good. Dead Space, good. Great game, one of my favorites. Dead Space 2, not very good. Dead Space 3, never played it. L.A. Noire is very unique. I don't know if I would really recommend it to anybody, but it certainly is a unique game. Sly Collection, great, obviously. Force Unleashed Sith Edition, I hate this whenever I get this in a game. It's just like, it's some dumb Best Buy case. Like, just give me the normal case, please. And then next to it is the Force Unleashed 2, which is a better game gameplay-wise, but story-wise, the first one is definitely better. The Dragon Age games, which I've never played. Pirates of the Caribbean, which is an okay tie-in game. Okay tie-in game, whatever. So, this is literally my most recent pickup. Like, I just got this today. This is another import. This did not have a physical release in the US, but you can see here, this is a UK import, and it works just fine. So, the PS3 and PS4 are actually region-free, which is why you could play, like, Attack on Titan and this on it. Before we head over to the Nintendo stuff, I cannot believe I forgot about this. Here is my Metal Gear stuff. We got Twin Snakes, 2 and 3, and Peace Walker on here. I do need to rebuy 1 on the PS1, 2 on PS2, 3 on PS2, but, you know, whatever. I got that for now. Metal Gear Solid 4, which was the game that made me want a PS3. Metal Gear Rising, which is one of the most fun video games ever. Ground Zeroes, which is really cool. Phantom Pain, which is a lot of fun, but it's the least Metal Gear game of all time. Here we got Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We've got Ace Attorney Justice for All, Trials and Tribulations, Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth Investigations, Apollo Justice Ace Attorney, and then just the 2. This is the like Gaikuten something. It's like an orchestral and a jazz band version of the Ace Attorney stuff, and these are just the 3 Ace Attorney soundtracks. I also have the Apollo Justice one. Hold on. That fell down, but here's the Apollo Justice soundtrack as well. Here we got my Sonic stuff. We've got the Sonic Gems collection, Sonic Shuffle on the Dreamcast, Sonic Adventure on the Dreamcast, DX on the GameCube. Most of these are games that I grew up with, like Sonic Adventure. These are all the copies I had when I was growing up, so these are pretty nostalgic. Sonic 06, which I have because it's in the collection, not because it's a good game, because it's not. Sonic Unleashed, another one that I wouldn't buy unless I wanted it in the collection. Another one I wouldn't buy unless it was in the collection, Sonic and the Secret Rings, which is possibly worse than this one. Oh, Shadow the Hedgehog is missing here too, but I don't particularly care. Sonic Colors, which is a great game. Sonic Generations, which is even better. Sonic Lost World, which is just kind of like whatever. And then the movie, which I really like. And then you got some of the Game Gear games like Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I remember these being very hard when I was a kid. And then Sonic Chaos. But here's the big one. Well, not really, I guess. I guess the PS3 was the big stuff. But, we got the Wii U. We got Nintendo Land, which is a fun party game. I haven't played it since the Wii U came out. Monster Hunter Ultimate 3. Another one of those, like Destiny, where I played it once and then never again. Sonic, Sega, Racing, whatever. Played that a bunch. It's fun. It's not as good as Mario Kart, though. Lego City Undercover, which is fun, but it's not the best. Pikmin 3, which is a gorgeous game and really fun and relaxing to play. The Wonderful 101 game made by one of the greatest game directors of all time, Hideki Kamiya. Really great game, one of the best on the Wii U. Wind Waker HD, great. My favorite Zelda game in HD. Hyrule Warriors, which is kind of fun. I kind of got bored of it halfway through. It's one I still need to finish. Probably my favorite side-scrolling platformer on the Wii U. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is a lot of fun. So, this is Bayonetta 2. It comes with the original Bayonetta. I have Bayonetta on the PS3, but this is where you want to get it, because it comes with both of them, and you get extra costumes where you can dress Bayonetta up like Nintendo characters, which is great. Another Hideki Kamiya game. That's just a fun party game. Smash Bros. Wii U, obviously great. I think it's probably my favorite one. It's got a really great roster, and gameplay is the best. Another one where I like, you know, the interesting boxes, and this is Mario Maker. I'm not very creative, so I like playing what other people play or make. So, yeah, I'm not playing this to create. I'm playing it to just experience what other people can create. Mario Kart 8, which is really good. Definitely the best Mario Kart. Speaking of Mario Party, as I almost said, Mario Party 10, probably the best Mario Party since like Mario Party 6. But it's still not very good. I wish they would go back to the old formula of Mario Party. Yoshi's Woolly World. I picked this up because I'm a huge Yoshi's Island fan. One of my favorite games when I was a kid. None of the other Yoshi games have been very good, but this one's pretty good. I like it a lot. One of the best hidden gems on the Wii U, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Really adorable game. It's very relaxing. It's just like a puzzle game. One of my favorites on the Wii U for sure. Then you've got... Oh, the flash turned off for some reason. Super Mario 3D World, which isn't quite as good as like a lot of other 3D Mario games, but it is really fun. I'd say this game is really only fun if you play with friends. So next up, we got Super Luigi U, which is just New Super Mario Bros. U, but with shorter levels that are harder, and with Luigi instead of Mario. I bought it because I'm a huge Luigi fan, and that was part of the year of Luigi, which was pretty good. This is like the first proper game I got that wasn't Nintendo Land on the Wii U, and it's pretty good. It's not one that I would really go back and play again. That guy with the motorcycle outside is real cool. Pretty much the exact same game, just on the Wii. They need to start making those games a little more unique, I think. And here we go. My favorite video game of all time, Super Mario Galaxy. This game came out in like... When did this game come out? Like 2007? It's been almost 10 years since this game came out, and there still has not been a single game that has been better than this, in my opinion. This is just... It's my favorite game. It is a perfect game. And like I said before, it's Uncharted 2 is the only game that comes close. But this is, in fact, my favorite game of all time. Nothing has come close. So, yeah. Super Mario Galaxy 2, I don't like it as much as the first one, but it's still a good game. Mario Kart Wii, this was my thing back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean like not even 10 years ago. Is the game even in here? Yeah, it is. Didn't feel like it was. But I wrecked stuff up in the online of this, which It was really unfortunate when they shut this down online. I made a video of it on my other channel about like my final matches in that game. This is Super Mario Bros. All-Stars 25th Anniversary Edition. This was pretty hard to track down, which is weird because I still have my copy of it on the SNES. I should actually try and grab that to show it off. Come on. Yeah, here you go. Here's my copy of Super Mario Bros. All-Stars from when I was a kid. I still have it. I don't know where my SNES is. I should probably buy one of those, but all the games that I have on it, I have on other things now, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Next is one of the most underrated games of all time, Wario Land Shake It. Really love the art style in this game. It's just a really great game, controls great, and the levels are great. Here's another game that is kind of got a mixed response, but I quite like. Metroid The Other M, which if you put the name of the game together, Metroid Other M, you get Mom, which is a plot point. But yeah, it's not great, but it's also not as bad as people say it is. Brawl, which is a good game. Got it the day it came out. I remember playing it at a friend's house, waiting just so I can go home and unlock everything while I had to watch him unlock things. But yeah, fun game. I think the fourth one is better. Skyward Sword, a game I never beat because I got really bored of it. I think this is the worst Zelda game. Here is now my second favorite Zelda game besides Wind Waker, and it's Twilight Princess. I haven't picked up the HD version yet, but I would like to get that. It's a fun game. Kirby's Return to Dreamland. Really good Kirby game, one of my favorites. Besides like Nightmare and Dreamland, and yeah, I'd say this is probably my favorite one besides Nightmare and Dreamland. Speaking of Kirby, we've got the 20th Anniversary Edition. This is a good collection. I really like the little art book in it. Well, it's not an art book, but it's like a history of Kirby thing. And yeah, it's got a lot of really good games in it. It's got 6 games in it, and Kirby Superstar has quite a few games in it as well, so you're getting a lot of value for your buck there. And then you've got Kirby's Epic Yarn, Pikmin 1 and 2, and down here there's a few other, like Mad World, Donkey Kong Country Returns. I'm going to skim through these because this is getting pretty long. Rayman 3, Star Wars Bounty Hunter, Jedi Outcast, Clone Wars, Billy Hatcher, which is a fun game made by the Sonic guys, F-Zero GX, which was really, I found that in a local game store and was really shocked they had it. This one's apparently pretty rare, so it's weird that I have it. Beautiful Joe 1 and 2, other games made by Hideki Kamiya, which are just two of my favorites. That is no good, we won't even talk about that. Metroid Prime, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Ultimate Spider-Man, Paper Mario, what is this? Oh, okay, Kid Icarus. Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door, best Paper Mario game for sure. Into the Matrix, Superman, Wind Waker, Luigi's Mansion. I kind of wish that they would release Luigi's Mansion 2 on the Wii U, but the 3DS version's fine. I just kind of want to play it on a bigger screen. Sunshine, great game. Wario World, I like that 3 of these characters got their own games, but Waluigi didn't. Mario Kart, before Mario Kart 8, this was my favorite. Or Mario Kart 9, which is it? Mario Kart 8, yeah. Super Mario Strikers, baseball, golf, tennis, 2 of the party games. Piano 3, which is a kind of obscure Capcom game that I quite like. Most of my 3DS games are in my car because I bring them to work, so I can't really show them off. But now we'll move on to the final part. Next up, before we start the last leg of our journey, we've got the Dead Rising games, which is one of my favorite series, right behind Resident Evil and Metal Gear is probably Dead Rising. So we got Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 2. The only reason currently to buy an Xbox One is Dead Rising 3. And underneath these, you can see Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop and Dead Rising 2 Off the Record, which is the 2 kind of like non-canon games. I also have, it's not really a video game, but it's related, Dead Rising Watchtower, which I actually did like a review on my other channel. I'm pretty proud of that video, so I'll put like a link or whatever on the screen. Really running out of room, so I had to put the rest of the stuff like in my closet. It's weird. But here's like my Resident Evil stuff. You got all the figures that I have. That's not all of them actually, but Here you got Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil Director's Cut, Resident Evil Archives, Resident Evil 2, 3, Code Veronica, Degeneration, Resident Evil Revelations, which I'm very proud that I got this the day it came out because this is the misspelled version where it says Revelatons. So, I don't know if that's like a collector's thing, but certainly is a thing. Then I got Revelations again on the Wii U, Resident Evil 5, Damnation, Resident Evil Revelations 2, Resident Evil 6, which is a game that I really quite like, but, you know, other people don't, so it's another one of those. Umbrella and Darkside Chronicles, Operation Raccoon City, which is probably my least favorite game. Well, one of them anyway. Here's the Devil May Cry anime, Devil May Cry HD Collection, Devil May Cry 4, the crappy reboot, Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast, Soul Calibur 2, Soul Calibur 3, 4, and 5. Those are probably my favorite fighting game series. I don't really consider Smash Bros. Fighting game series, so... Then here we are moving on to the real miscellaneous stuff. We've got Batman and Robin on the PS1, which is one of the worst games of all time. Mega Man Legends, which doesn't have a cover. Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, which I picked up at Too Many Games. Another game I picked up at Too Many Games because I thought it'd be funny, but it's not. And there goes the Flash again. So, next we got Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is another game I picked up at Too Many Games. I had this when I was a kid on the Dreamcast. It was one of the, you know, few games I had, and it's so good. Ratchet & Clank Going Commando, Destroy All Humans, which is a pretty fun game made by the guys who made the original Battlefront games. Matrix Path of Neo, Haunting Ground, which is one of my favorite, another kind of obscure Capcom game. It's kind of like the Clock Tower games. It's actually usually tied in with those games, but this is one of my favorite games of all time. It's really good. If you can find that, I would recommend tracking down a copy. Samurai Champloo Sidetrack, which is based off the show. It's very odd. One of the most unique games I've ever played. This is Zone of the Enders, also found at Too Many Games. Justice League Heroes, Persona 4, Batman Rise of Sin Tzu, Batman Vengeance, Full Metal Alchemist, and The Broken Angel. Good game, very similar to Kingdom Hearts, Full Metal Alchemist, Curse of the Crimson Elixir. 24 the game, or as I like to call it, Kiefer Sutherland Simulator. I don't know what just happened there, but I was talking about Kiefer Sutherland Simulator. I got Star Wars Episode 3, another game that I grew up with. KOTOR, KOTOR 2. My favorite video game of all time, I was just joking before when I was talking about Super Mario Galaxy. This is a very quality game, obviously really good. That's sarcasm, it's really bad. Shenmue 2, I still need to pick up Shenmue 1, but this has, I think, like a DVD disc, or it should have it anyway. Yeah, I think it's underneath here, actually. There's a DVD disc of the plot of Shenmue 1, which is kind of interesting. Very excited for Shenmue, Shenmue 3, and Saints Row the 3rd. So that's pretty much it. I got some of my systems down here that I'm not currently using. So that's all my video games. I like them. Obviously, this is a much different video from the last time I did it, like 4 years ago, where I think it was like a 12-minute video, and I was like, here's like 10 PS3 games and a few Xbox and Wii games. And obviously I've been focusing very, very heavily on expanding my video game collection, and yeah. So next video I might do a like a movie kind of collection, but this is definitely, you know, I like to collect video games more than I like to collect movies, really. But yeah, see you next time, and thank you for watching if you made it this far.